Tonight's football game. Both Hicksville High School and Crestview High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the high standards of conduct and sportsmanship required during athletic competition. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with freedoms like no other. In order to honor America and in respect to our served and who are currently serving to defend our freedoms, please stand as the Hicksville High School Pep Band, under the direction of Mr. Zach Kohlmeyer, performs our national anthem.
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Aces Field on a beautiful Friday night in late August as we are getting ready for week number 2 of the high school football campaign, and tonight is the home opener for the Aces. As they look ahead, they look to bounce back from a pretty devastating loss at the hands of the Patrick Henry Patriots in week number 1. To get back on the winning track here tonight, entertaining the Knights of Crestview. As the Aces take the field, I'll say good evening, everybody. Hi, how are you? I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. Here tonight, it's a family affair. I've got my lovely wife, Amy, helping out, running the iPad Pro camera, and my daughter, Kate, is sitting next to her. She's got the other headset microphone on. I don't know whether she'll talk or not, but she's here. They're helping me as we have a split crew tonight. The other half, Christopher Warner, Brian Williams, they're over at the grandstand of the Defiance County Fairground, live streaming the Demolition Derby on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page right now. So, yeah, if you come out to watch the game, you can watch the game live in the stand. You can catch the Demolition Derby on Facebook while you're watching. Okay, for a minute. I thought it was like one of those birth announcements. It's like one of those birth announcements. It's a girl.
It's a gender reveal.
So I think it's the red smoke or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we've got smoke down on the field as the Aces come marching out.
We'll see. I'm guessing they're going to wait for this to clear out a little bit.
And so anyway, that was something different and took us a little bit by surprise. Hey, before we get started, we do have a lot of people that we want to thank. This is one of those nights. We got a lot of underwriters supporting our broadcast this evening. We want to say a very big thank you to our platinum level underwriter who underwrites all of our operations on Hicksville Community Television, across all of our platforms, all of our channels, all of our programming. That's ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, on Industrial Drive in Hicksville's Industrial Park. With equipment repair. Well, check out for yourself all the solutions that they have available for business and industry. Go online to www.arcsolinc.com. We want to thank them so very much for their platinum level support. Our 3 diamond level underwriters, underwriting all of our Aces sports coverage. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, it's all about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, also located in Hicksville's Industrial Park. APT Manufacturing Solution, they're looking for some people to join their team. If you'd like to find out more, you can check out their website, all the opportunities they have available. You can also apply and upload your resume at aptmfg.com/careers. Thanks also to the Hicksville Pharmacy, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville. Your good neighbor pharmacy with a full pharmacy, medical equipment, over-the-counter medications, and more. You can give them a call anytime at 419, well, during regular business hours, 419-542-6218. And thanks also to our bronze level supporters who are with us tonight for the home opener. They include the Hicksville Bank, a member FDIC located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville with a full slate of banking services for you and your family. Find out more. Check them out online at www.thb.bank. And also H&W Automotive in downtown Hicksville, your Hicksville Napa store with all sorts of automotive parts and accessories, a friendly and knowledgeable staff. You can find out more. Check them out online, too, at www.napaonline.com.
One of the officials forgot.
So that covers all of our underwriters. We want to thank all of them, H&W Automotive, your Napa dealer, and the Hicksville Bank, member FDIC, APT Manufacturing Solutions, the Hicksville Pharmacy, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, and our friends at ARC Solutions Incorporated. And I think I saw representatives from just about all of them earlier this morning from 9 until 3. I was at the show arena, 6-hour marathon live stream of the 2022 livestock sale on the junior fair side of things. We got everything all ready to go, but then something happened and one of the officials ran off the field, and I think that they're all set now. The Aces will be kicking off to start the game. The Knights back to receive. Glad to have you with us. It's week number 2. It's a beautiful night for football. Brody Balzer puts his leg into it, and we're underway. Ball
Nice
scooped up
onside kick.
and advanced out to about the 40-yard line. So the Knights will go on offense first. They'll have the ball 1st and 10. We'll see where they officially mark it. It looks like it's going to be right at about the 39, 40-yard line. They're going to say officially the nose of the football right on the 40-yard line. And that's where the Knights will set up shop. Their starting quarterback is a familiar name, I think. You might remember it from last year. If he's the one who's out there, we'll see. It should be number 1, Carson Hunter, their 6'2", senior quarterback, who did his fair amount of damage last year. Puts a man in motion. Working out of the shotgun. Quick snap. Handoff. Around the corner, looking for a seam. He finds one. A stiff arm. And they finally get him down, but not till he goes all the way to the other 40-yard line. That was Isaac Klein with the carry. Number 9, Klein got up ahead of steam, turned the corner, gave out the stiff arm, and held off the Aces defender and advances the ball all the way down to the Aces 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Crestview. Another man in motion, this time rolling out. Looking to, he's going to hang on to it. He was looking to pitch it out, but there was nothing there.
Nice little quarterback keeper down to the 30.
Yeah, Hunter tucks it in and gets down to the 30-yard line, just inside the 30-yard line. That should be enough to move the chains, and it is. So 2 plays and 2 first downs back-to-back for the Knights as they've come out smoking. Yeah. So the Aces had a tough outing last week, looking to bounce back this week, and spent a lot of time and a lot of work this week making some adjustments. And
his shoes untied.
Quarterback Carson Hunter just got flagged for something. He was pointing to something. Either he's got a problem with his shoe or perhaps something to do with the bandage. I'm not sure. He's taking his helmet off on the sideline, and they're going to sit down and work on him.
Number 10
His
out.
backup quarterback is Levi Grace, number 10. Yeah, Levi Grace. Grace is the junior with the QB on the roster by his name. Grace, almost a fumble, but Klein hangs on to it. Klein reverses his field. Klein's off to the races.
Yeah,
Klein dives for the pylon.
There we go.
I think that he's going to be a little bit short. They're going to say, yeah, he scooted out of bounds around the 1 or 2 yard line. But Klein saw nothing but daylight, and he launched himself towards the corner of the field, going out of bounds just before he hit the pylon. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1 yard line for the Crestview Knights. Grace working out of the shotgun again. Another handoff to Klein. Klein works his way through traffic and finds a nice hole, steps across the plane of the end zone, and it's a touchdown for the Crestview Knights.
Special teams on their way out for the first time for the Knights tonight.
And we'll see whether they're going to be one that kicks the field goal or goes for 2. Looks like it might be a field goal attempt.
Looks like they're setting
or
up
kicking
a kicker,
attempt, not a field goal.
88.
But their kicker is Hayden Parrott. Parrott puts it up,
wide.
and yeah. The kick is no good, so the score will remain 6-0 Crestview. 10:03 to go in our opening quarter as the Knights march down the field in less than 2 minutes of clock on the game clock and draw first blood. Aces will huddle up, and they'll get ready to receive the kickoff and go on offense for the first time tonight. Crestview Knights, by the way, head coach is James Lotzenheiser. And, of course, Coach Lucas Smith for the Aces. And we'll get our chance to get our first look at the Aces offensively here tonight in this home opener.
Yep, Coach Smith out directing some traffic.
And so a lot of discussion going on down here before the change of possession. I'm not sure what they're talking about. But we got a bunch of officials down by the goal line on the Aces end of the field. And here come the Knights out onto the field. And Coach Smith gives his team the high sign, and here comes the Aces receiving squad. It looks like Balzer and number 8, Brant Langham, are going to be the deep men. Also looks like number 5, Caden Steffel, might be back there. Balzer, of course, is kind of the utility man. At least he was last weekend. He's the quarterback. He's the kicker. And he usually is the deep man for the kick returns. They'll tee it up at the 40-yard line, and the Knights will get ready to kick it off. Their kicker is at number 66.
That is number 66 this
Connor
time.
Sheets. Sheets,
Sends
nice
it
kick,
deep.
right to Balzer. Balzer catches it at about the 24-yard line. Balzer working straight up the field. He'll get across the 35. Looks like they'll bring him down about the 37, 38-yard line. So a nice return for Brody Balzer. And the Aces with some decent field position to start their first possession. 9:56 to go in our opening quarter. High school football action coming to you live from Aces Field here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Glad to have you with us. I'm Bill Murphy, along with Amy and Kate Murphy tonight.
Oh.
And here we go, our first look at the Aces offense. Here comes Brody Balzer. Looks like he's going to have 2 backs split behind him. 2 wide receivers out to the near side towards us. 1 on the far side. Bit of a high snap. Balzer rolls out, looking downfield, puts the ball in the air.
Intercepted.
And almost picked off. Oh. Oh, what a lucky break. What a lucky break. Hunter Jones had his hands on it, hit the turf, and it bounced out, and that was the only thing. So we're glad we didn't have the field microphone on.
Yeah, our camera woman is apparently very good at reading lips.
Well, you can.
No, you could hear it all the
Like I
way
said,
up
we
here.
have the headset microphones plugged in, so that cuts down a little bit on the crowd noise. You can still hear it in the background, but maybe not quite the same as when you're here live in person. 2nd and 10, Balzer. He'll tuck the ball. Quarterback keeper might have got a couple yards. We'll see where they mark him. He got across the 40-yard
Did
line.
his best to fall backwards, make every inch count.
So they're going to give him a yard. That'll make it 3rd and 9. As again, thanks to Hunter Jones, the Aces are going to have to think about throwing the ball a little bit because he read that and he was right there. Balzer takes the snap, drops back, looking to throw again. Nope. Changes his mind, tucks it under, flag is thrown. Balzer taken down at about the 42-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. Balzer only picks up maybe a couple yards, but a flag on the play might make the difference here depending on who it's against. And it's going to be against the Knights. That's a good break for the Aces.
We will repeat the 3rd down.
So it'll stay 3rd down. And they'll march it off here. And that'll make it a 1st down. Oh, it's a personal foul. Okay.
13. Yep.
So a
That's
personal
15
foul,
yards.
that's a 15-yarder, and that'll be an automatic 1st down for the Aces. Advance the ball into Crestview territory. It'll be at the Knights' 43-yard line, 1st and 10, Hicksville. So a good break for the Aces. They look to draw even here on the scoreboard, down 6-0. 9 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Balzer split backs behind him. And another flag thrown on the far end of the field. And is that going to be an offside?
Yep, number 12 jumped.
So we're going to have a false start. Nope, it's going to be encroachment. So one of the Aces' offensive linemen lined up in the neutral zone. You don't often see offensive encroachment, but it can happen. So he was a little too close to the line of scrimmage and lined up in the neutral zone. Balzer goes
Nothing
nowhere,
doing
and that's
there.
going to drop him for
About a 3-yard loss.
Yeah. So the Aces went to 1st and 10, to 1st and 15, and now it's going to be 2nd and about 17. As that dropped him all the way back to the 50-yard line. They've got to get to the 34 to move the chains. So 2nd and 16. Brody Balzer again
Drops
dropping back,
back.
looking to throw, rolling out, nothing there.
No.
Now he's going to have to try to get what he can, and Balzer across the
Drops the
50.
shoulder.
Drops the shoulder and goes out of bounds at about the 48-yard line of Crestview. Pickup of maybe a couple, but got to credit the Knights so far. Balzer's wanted to throw the ball, but there just hasn't been anything open for him down the field.
Nope, they have been reading this one pretty well.
So 3rd down and 14 for the Aces after a good break and a personal foul. Advanced the ball 15 yards. They've been going in the other direction. Not able to make up those big chunks of yardage, and that one's another almost interception. It was off the hands of number 5, Bryson Penix
Nope.
from Crestview.
Near recovery by
And-
number 11 on there as well.
Yeah, number 5, Caden Steffel, the intended receiver. Steffel jumped for it, but he was deflected, and he didn't have the right angle. So now Balzer's going to drop back to punt as it's 4th down and 14 for the Aces. I'll try to maybe reverse the field a little bit, kicking it from the Knights' 48-yard line. High snap. credit him for getting it, but it goes off the side of his foot. It'll roll down. They'll scoop it up at about the 25-yard line. Up the sideline to about the 45.
Number 24 there.
So that would have been Mason Spieth for Crestview, who returns the ball about 20 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 Crestview at their own 45-yard line with 8:04 to go in our opening quarter when play resumes here. The Aces got off to a pretty good start, but then they kind of stalled once they got across midfield. Knights set, and they've got their starting quarterback back out on the field, puts a man in motion. They'll reset him. Hutter takes the snap. It'll be another quick handoff to Klein. Isaac Klein. This time the Aces are waiting for him, and he might have got a yard or so. But the Aces defense had his number that time, and they collapsed right on him. So only a
about a two-yard gain there. That'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Get the ball to the 47-yard line.
There's the snap.
And another carry for Klein. He must be the workhorse. Klein across midfield. He'll dive down to about the 49-yard line. So 3rd and 4 now for the Knights. Quick hitter. Oh.
Nope. Credit where credit's due. Aces number 5 there, breaking it up.
Yeah. Bo Eggleston, number 25. I don't know if he was the intended receiver or he just tried to reach up and catch the ball, and it was meant for the fellow behind him. But either way, it's an incompletion. That makes it 4th down and 4. And it looks like the punting team may be coming out for Crestview as their quarterback Carson Hunter heads for the sidelines. 54 is their punter. That's Garrett Yinger. And we've got back deep for the Aces and number 8, Brant Langham. So Yinger is a fake, and the Aces sniff it out. There we go. The fake punt attempt fails. And the Aces are going to get the ball back in pretty good field position already, well in to Crestview Knights territory. 6:39 to go. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Aces at about the 40-yard line.
40-yard line.
Yeah. So good job, gold star for the Aces special teams on that one. Is
caught that one right away.
So back on offense for the Aces. Brody Balzer working out of the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back, looking downfield again, nothing there. Balzer in trouble. Balzer throws it, and I don't know whether they're gonna. I don't see a flag on that, but
we'll see where they mark it. It looked like he went down around the 51-yard line.
We're gonna see if they rule him in the grasp, so the incomplete pass doesn't count. Nope, they're going to say it was an incomplete pass, so it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 40. Or at least that's what it is right now. We'll see. Okay. So they're going to rule that an incomplete pass, so it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 40 for the Aces. Klima out wide on the near side towards us. Balzer pitches it back
to number
44. That's George Green. Green, flag
on the
thrown.
Play.
Green looks like he might have got a yard, maybe, but there's a flag, and it looks like it's going to be against the Aces. Looks like it might have been a hold. So they'll march it back 10 from the spot of the foul. Puts it all the way back to the 47-yard line of the Aces. Ouch.
Oof.
So that'll bring up second down and a quarter mile. I mean, it's. I think it's actually second and 24. 23 or 24. Second and a long way. Back at the 47-yard line, they're saying second and 22. I think it's a little longer than that.
It's a kind 22.
Balzer. Ball thrown back across the field, caught.
To
Heading up the field, putting his shoulder down and getting it to about the 46-yard line. That was Graber with the catch. And he advances the ball and gets back some of that lost yardage, so the penalty. Ball resting now on the 46-yard line of Crestview. Again, we got to get down to about the 30-yard line to move the chain. So still a third and about 15 for the Aces. Clock continuing to roll with 5:45 to go on our opening quarter. Balzer spins around, fakes the handoff, looking downfield. He's in trouble. He's going to, he evades one.
Two.
He evades another one. Not the third one.
I believe he tripped on Aces number 55.
Balzer did everything that he could. I mean, he rode home to Mom. He asked the minister to pray for him. He did everything to get out of that, but it finally caught up to him, and it's going to be another fourth down and very long for the Aces. 4 and 26 as Brody will drop back to punt this one away.
High snap. Ooh,
Gets his foot into it this
though.
time. Nice punt, and it takes a Crestview bounce. It'll roll dead right at about the 29-yard line, and that's where the Knights will take over, 1st and 10. Nice punt for Balzer, no return. So we'll change possession, switch around personnel on the field, and we'll get ready for the Crestview Knights to come back on offense here. 4:52 to go. Beautiful night for football. It's just been a great, really pretty nice weather throughout the week. It was a little bit rainy on Saturday and Sunday. But since then, not too bad. It's a little bit, it feels a little muggy here up the press boxes. There's not much of a breeze blowing. But it's really not that hot. And we're kind of hoping as the sun goes down, it's supposed to cool off. We're kind of hoping maybe a little wind will pick up for us. But still a beautiful night for football. As good crowd here at Aces Field attests to.
Oh, flag on that.
Flag on the play.
Far side.
And that's going to be encroachment.
That was a tap.
Yep.
He made physical contact.
Contact made across the neutral zone as the hard count works for the Knights, and they pick up 5 the easy way. So that brings it out to the 34-yard line. Dropping back to throw, looking downfield. He's airing it out. He's got a man. Caught.
And it is good.
And that's going to be problematic.
Number 3 puts the burners on.
Off to the races and into the end zone.
Kellen
Putman. Kellen Putman goes, let's see, that was on the 34-yard line. 66 yards, unofficially, into the end zone to make it 12-0 Crestview.
Crestview special teams on their way out once more.
And they're keeping the quarterback in. It looks like they're going to try to go up by 2 full scores here. Carson Hunter, it looks like it's going to be a 2-point attempt here. He's going to give it to his powerhouse Klein. Klein motors into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. So they're down 2 touchdowns now, the Aces, 14-0, 4.5 minutes to go here in our opening quarter, as the home opener is not going the way the Aces faithful were hoping to here tonight. We still got a lot of time and a lot of football to play, though, so down 2 scores is not the end of the world.
Nope, 3.5 quarters left.
I see Miss Molly Crawl down there in the student section. She had a pretty good day at the livestock sale earlier.
Yeah.
A couple projects that
Nice.
did well by her. It was kind of nice. It's always fun to go out there and see just so many representatives of businesses, organizations, whatever, throughout the county and the area that are there supporting the youth.
Yep.
A lot of fun. Long time to be sitting in those bleachers, but it's still a lot of fun for a good cause, too. We had a lot of fun.
Yep.
Very busy this week. We did a lot of live streaming to help out our friends with OSU Extension and the 4-H and the Junior Fair Board.
And you can see those streams on.
Yeah, they are on video on demand right on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page. So if you missed the beef sale, the beef show, or the swine show, or the sheep show, or the livestock sale
The
today,
sale itself.
you can catch that, along with the parade of bands and the antique tractor parade and the mutton busting. Did that on Wednesday. Never seen that before.
Mm-hmm. The marching bands. You did the marching bands of class this year.
Like I said, that was on Monday. So yeah, all that, and then Demolition Derby going on right now. So, but yeah, mutton busted. Boy, if I'd have known about that when you were younger, they'd have put a
Never gonna
they'd
happen.
have put a helmet and a flak jacket on you and strapped you to a sheep.
Do they do costumes here? I meant to ask.
Some of the kids did dress up. Yeah.
I have heard there are costumes involved, so there is another reason to watch
Well,
the mutton busting.
if you stay on the prerequisite amount of time, they ring the bell. And if you get a bell ringing wide, then they pick you up, dust you off, then they throw you in a wheelbarrow and you get wheeled around. You get a wheelbarrow ride around the show arena with everybody giving you high fives. And they hand you a bill. They were saying it was a $100 bill, but I don't think that was true. Balzer catches the ball at 20-yard line. We'll get back to football now. Brody Balzer
Return
powering
up
forward.
To the 40.
Gets close to the 40. Looks like about the 38 is where they'll mark him down. But yeah, they gave him I don't think it was a $5 or $100 bill like Dan Limber was saying from the announcing down on the floor, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. That
First and 10
awesome.
Aces, 38-yard line, their own 38-yard line. First and 10, a nice return from Brody Balzer.
Setting up at the far hash again.
So the Aces get the kick and get themselves some halfway decent field position to start this offensive drive. Again, Green, the split back behind Balzer. Balzer,
That
hard count.
does
Nobody,
not work.
Yep, nobody bit on that one. Second one, it's going to be a quick handoff to Green. Green powering forward, close to first down
Pretty good drive
yardage.
there.
Strong carry from George Green as he gets about 9 yards, it looks like, to make it 2nd and 1. That's what you got to do. You need to get those manageable second or third downs, keep moving the chains.
Yep, keep capitalizing.
No need to panic. Like I said, you're down 14, but that's just 2 scores, so there's no need to just
Plug away. Play
Yep.
your game.
take a deep breath, relax, play your game.
Ooh, there's that breeze.
All right. 2nd and 1 for the Aces. Balzer with the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Brody, spin move. That should move the chains. One of the Knights loses his helmet. That's number 61. Donovan Reith.
66 on to.
So Reith will have to go to the sideline for a play to make sure his helmet is.
66 on to spell him.
Yeah. So the Aces move the chains for only the 2nd time tonight, as they've got a good run going here. 49-yard line, 1 yard away from crossing over into Crestview Knights territory. 1st and 10, Hicksville. Green, the lone back behind Balzer. He's got 2 out on either side, working out of the shotgun. High snap, controls it, hands off to Green. Green,
Drives
they caught him
forward to
around the midsection,
about the-
slowed him down, but he's still able to fall forward for a couple.
Looks like they'll mark him at the 49 of Crestview.
He takes it into Knight territory. Yep, and it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Aces with 2:50, clock rolling, keeping it on the ground and keeping that clock rolling. So Aces get everything figured out. They get the play set. Everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody on the same page.
Another hard count.
Balzer's
We're going to reset.
He's going to reposition Green a little bit. And he's going to give it to him again. George Green
Looks
up
like
the
he got
gut a
about
second time. And
2 or
again,
3
maybe,
yards.
yeah, maybe just a couple of yards as Green is pounding it right up the middle. Not able to find a good enough seam or an open hole to really shoot through. But he manages to pick up a few more to make it 3rd and 5. So he got 2 on the first carry, 3 on the second. 3rd down, he needs 5. Well, now they're saying no, they're going to say he needs 6. A long 5.
Okay.
Lights come on here at Aces Field as the shadows begin to lengthen. Balzer rolling out.
Drops
He's in
back.
trouble. Reverses his
quarterback
field.
keeper. He's
Nice
Drops
move
his
by
shoulder, gets some
Balzer.
pretty good
Balzer
yardage.
is able to make some significant forward progress. Not enough to move the chains, but Balzer prevented a tackle for loss.
Going to bring up, it looks like 4th and 3.
Yep, 4th down and 3. Minute 15 to go. Nobody's used a timeout yet on either side of the football. See if the Aces want to talk about this with the 4th and 3. They're on the Knights' 44-yard line. I know they'd like to be a little further down the field to go for it on 4th down, but again, they're down by 14 too, so that's why they pay Coach Smith and not me. I don't want those kind of decisions. So they're going to let this, I think they might let this play clock run down and then call timeout. That's what it's looking like to me.
Yep,
and they do.
Yeah, they do.
So they burn some time off the clock, and they take the first time out of the first half. The Aces timeout on the field. 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's the Aces trailing the visiting Crestview Knights here in week number 2, 14-0 on HIX-TV. Bill, glad to be here with you. Thanks for joining us. Hope you are enjoying the coverage tonight. Big thank you to a couple of our Diamond level supporters underwriting our sports coverage, all of our sports coverage for the 2022-23 school year. Our good friends at APT Manufacturing Solutions, world-class facility located right here in Hicksville, Ohio. They offer powder coating, welding, robotic packing and palleting solutions, and lots more. You can find out more about the many services they provide and also the many opportunities that they have available. They're looking for some good people to join the APT manufacturing team. You can upload your resume and fill out an application and check out all the opportunities available by logging on to aptmfg.com. We want to thank Tony Nicewander again for his continued support of our Aces Sports broadcast. Thanks also to the Hicksville Pharmacy, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, your good neighbor pharmacy. Full pharmacy for all you and your family's pharmaceutical needs, over-the-counter medications as well, medical devices and supplies, gifts, cards, and lots more. I want to thank them so much for their continued support at the diamond level as well. Our good friends at the Hicksville Pharmacy, one of the hallmarks of downtown Hicksville, Ohio.
So Balzer has dropped back now. Ooh, that snap was low, punt off.
He gets a good leg into that one, and it again takes a kind of Knights bounce, so there'll be no return.
Well, down again. Oh, that was a hit after the whistle.
Yeah, there's a flag on the field. Klima was the one that downed the ball.
It looks like it's against Crestview number 11.
Brant Langham looks like he's the one that got his bell rung, number 8. And they were like slapping each other's helmet, like, hey, that's okay, but the referees are like,
it is not.
No, it's not. So we'll see what the result of this is. It was after the change of possession. It's a personal foul against the Knights, which could really make this an effective punt for Brody Balzer, because not only did he really get his leg into it, I mean, it went way down the field, and it took a bounce back towards the Aces, so there was no return for the Knights, and Klima was right there to down the ball. And now if they tack 15 yards onto that spot, they might not be able to do. They may have to do half the distance to the goal line.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that is indeed what they called. Looks like.
So the Knights are going to find themselves deep in the hole, in the shadow of their own goalpost, as they used to say. Keith Jackson called football years ago.
It looks like they're on about the 4-yard line.
Officially, they're saying the ball is on the 6-yard line, according to the scoreboard.
I stand corrected.
So first and 10, Crestview. They've got 29 seconds left in the quarter before they switch ends of the field. And instead of having the sun at their back, they'll have the sun in their eyes for the second quarter. Power run just to see if they can get out and get a little breathing room, a little space to maneuver in the backfield. Klein, no surprise there, got the carry.
Yep, get your quarterback some room to breathe.
And Klein looks like he got about 5. Yep, it'll be 2nd and 5 as Klein got him out to the 11-yard line. And that'll be the end of the quarter. The clock says 0. Well, maybe they're
setting up for one more play? Nope, we're going to wave it off.
I was about to say, wait a minute.
So we will switch sides.
So the clock expired. Like I said, I didn't see the referee motioning him to pause the clock, whatever. So that's the end of the first quarter. We played the first 12 minutes of varsity football here at Aces Field tonight. And at the end of the first, it's the Crestview Knights 14 and the homestanding Aces 0. Hey, our Aces sports coverage is made possible. Actually, all of our operations on Hicksville Community Television are made possible thanks to the generous underwriting support of ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, a platinum-level underwriter, which basically means that they take an interest and they underwrite all of our station's operations. We cannot thank them enough. They help out so much. That underwriting that they do allows us to be on the road, to cover the away games, go to the tournaments, and a lot of other little things here and there. Make sure that we've got enough money to be able to purchase supplies we need or whatever. We cannot thank them enough. Just remember, whenever you watch HIX-TV, whether it's on Mediacom Channel 12, SMTA Internet Channel 8, whether it's on Facebook, whether it is on YouTube, on the HIX-TV YouTube channel like you're watching right now, Instagram, whenever you see us on Twitter, whenever you see me walking around wearing my shirt.
Indeed.
It's all in part because of the generous underwriting support of ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio. Denny Vetter and the whole gang over there. We want to thank them so very much. Check them out online. You can see just what all their solutions are that they have available, and it's rather impressive. www.arcsolinc.com. All right, Knights deep in their end of the field. They've got a 2nd and 5 from the 11. Ball up in the air. It's caught. Across the 10-yard line, across the 15, across the 20.
Brought down, it looks like around
about the
22.
And that was Pennick.
I did not see that particular piece of laundry, but indeed there is.
Yep. So a holding call against Crestview will wipe out Pennick's gain. And it'll go from 2nd and 5 at the 11 to, well, it depends on where the spot of it looks like it's going to go to. His ball's going to be back on the 5-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and about 11 or 12 yards now. They had 2nd and 5. They moved it back 6. Yeah, 2nd and 11. That figures. Carson Hunter, quick handoff. Again, that's Penix. Penix looks to turn the corner. And he does. He gets out around the 10. Bryson Penix.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to set up now for
So it'll be
third and 8.
So a 3rd and 8 for the Knights. Hunter going to come in. They send in the play from the sideline from Coach Lutzenheiser.
Good, solid Crestview name.
Carson Hunter, their 6'2 senior quarterback, back in the shotgun. Dropping back to throw. He's looking downfield.
And he's going to keep it.
He's going to hang on. He's going to throw on the run and off the hands and incomplete.
Number 14.
That was Ren Sheets. Ren Sheets drops had it right in his hand, hit him in the hands. That's one of the worst places to throw the ball to a receiver sometimes. He can't hang on to it. The ball falls to the turf, incomplete. And with 11:22 to go here in the second quarter, the Aces look to get good field position after this punt. The Crestview punter is about halfway deep in his own end zone. There's the snap. Gets his leg into it. It's going to be a short punt. It's going to come down, and the Knights are right on top of it. They'll down it at the 43-yard line. So the Aces will take over 1st and 10 on the Crestview 43-yard line. Another great opportunity for them to get down the field and put some points on the board for the first time here tonight.
Mm-hmm. We
got to give a shout out to the Hicksville Athletic Boosters. I think that's who they are that are down there grilling.
Yes, they are.
They're grilling sausage sandwiches and cheeseburgers, or burgers you can with or without cheese. They're good. They are really good.
Strongly recommend.
So,
support our athletic boosters as well.
Yep, they're usually here for all the home games. So you want to taste a good burger, good sausage sandwich, stop by. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Aces. Balzer pitches it out at the last minute.
It's number 3, who has a good run. Looks like he'll take it down to, I don't know, about 7 yards.
That was Bronson Graber. Got the pitch out. Graber is going to take it down to about the 35-yard, just inside the 35-yard line. So officially that's the 34-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 2. It's kind of a long 2, but still it's 2nd and 2. The Aces in good shape here, 10:41 clock rolling. Balzer, snap. Balzer's going to hang on to it himself. Brody churning the legs. We'll see if he got it on forward progress. He was just trying to move the chains here. So it'll depend on where they mark his forward progress as being ended. And from where I'm sitting, I think he's going to be, about a half.
They're calling it, third and short.
It's like a half-yard short. So it'll be 3rd and inches for the Aces. Nope. The other official said no, he went a little further than that. So they nudged the ball forward about a length of a football, and
there you go.
That's enough to move the chains. We'll take it however we can get it. Balzer almost caught him off guard.
Got
a couple guys flinched a little bit, but held their stance. Oh, that's batted up in the air. Oh, dangerous. That was a volleyball up in the air, and number 14, Ren Sheets, for the Crestview Knights, was thinking he might, do the diving outfield catch. A little bit of the Willie Mays action, but not able to get to the ball in time. It hits the turf, so 2nd and 10 for the Aces, and we can all breathe a sigh of relief.
Got Coach Langham out there directing some traffic for the Aces.
I want to remind everybody, too, when we get to halftime, we are going to keep the live stream going. We'll disconnect the headset microphones and put the field mics back on and bring you both the band's halftime shows. And little forward progress there. Is that number 16? Or is that Balzer with the quarterback keeper?
That'll bring us to 3rd and
Balzer will get it down to about the 30-yard line. So 3rd and 7. So, the Knights band is here tonight. They'll perform first. The Aces Pride will follow that. And
you can't see it at home, but our camera woman was very excited to listen to some of what the Knights have been playing in the stands. So we're very excited to hear what both schools have for their shows.
Yeah. Well, I know what the Aces are doing, but I'll just keep it as a surprise. I have to go next door to do the announcing.
That is your other headset.
Yeah. Oh, they catch him behind the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be another tackle for loss.
Number 14 there getting his sack.
Yep.
That is Ren Sheets again.
So Sheets comes up and corrals the Aces and brings up 4th down and long. So with the tackle for loss, it'll be 4th and 9 for Hicksville. Ball sitting at the 32-yard line.
We'll let the airplane go by.
So back into action. They start the clock up again. Aces need to scramble to get their
Shuffling some
offense
things
set.
around.
Yep. Get the extra man off the field. There they do that.
It looks like they're going for it.
So Balzer rolling out, looking to throw. Balzer gets the ball away, and it's
incomplete off the hands of number
good defensive
18.
play, yeah. Stuckey was the, Owen Stuckey, number 18, was the intended receiver, and it was number 24, Mason Spieth, that reached around at the last minute and just
wrapped him up,
bopped that ball out of his hands. So the Aces will turn it over on downs at the Crestview 32-yard line. The Knights will take over, 1st and 10, with 8:13 to go here before halftime. Now I'm seeing some of last year's senior class down in the stands, so there must be a few colleges that haven't started up yet.
A lot of, at least here in Ohio, about half of them still have another week or so.
So kind of nice that they're able to spend a little more time, catch the Defiance County Fair, and see the Aces play some football before they head out to start their freshman year of matriculation. Long pass, and that's going to be, I was wondering whether they were going to throw the flag on that or not. It's one of those ones where it was close. You could make a really good argument that both the offensive and defensive player were legitimately going for the ball. And we'll see if there's any discussion from the if that's what it was, some sort of a pass interference call. Well, it's going to be a 15-yarder.
Moves the change, so it is against Hicksville.
Well, like I said, it could be it may even be a 15-yard. It may just be at the spot of the foul, or So it'll be the 46, 47-yard line of the Knights after the penalty. 1st and 10 for Crestview. Quick handoff. Klein.
Tearing forward.
And he
takes.
Once he gets those legs going, he starts juking around a little bit. He can be kind of a challenge to bring down. The Aces finally get him, and they bring him up short of 1st down yardage as he gets to the Aces 47-yard line.
Yep. Looked like about 2 defenders had to tie him up, kind of double team him to make that happen.
Aces defense, though, has kept them from getting back into the end zone. It's still just a 14-point game. This time,
off to number 33.
Number 33.
Who has found his, flag on the play, though. He's going to take it all the way down. Flag back at the 40.
It goes into the end zone, but there is a flag on the play.
39.
Is that number 32 or 33?
It was 33.
33, Aiden Martin.
And
but it's a Cole. The reason he had that good hole is that somebody was holding.
So we're going to come all the way back now.
So instead, they'll take those points off the board, and it'll go back 10 from the spot of the foul, which will be the ball put down on the 49-yard line of the Aces now. So it'll still be 2nd down, but now it's going to be 2nd and about 6. 7:15 to go. Carson Hunter dropping back to throw, rolling out. He's being
Number
chased.
55.
He gets rid of it and cannot get to his intended receiver. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Aces number 55 sniffed that one out right away.
Yeah, they gave Hunter a bit of a run for his money there. He does look like he's a little gimpy on the one leg. He's got one leg taped up. hasn't been a big thing, but every now and then when you'll see him moving, and he's favoring that one leg just a little bit.
He's got that shoe taped up too, so we'll see what's
so
going on
whether it's
there.
an ankle or Knights break huddle, get ready to get back into action here. 3rd and 6 for Crestview.
Drops back.
Ball in the air,
Caught by number 25.
25,
Who
not
will
able
be
to.
down around the.
Yeah, he's not able to break free and pick up a lot of positive yards after the catch, but did the damage initially. Mason Spieth catches the ball past the first down marker, and that will move the chains and give them a fresh set of downs. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line now. We'll see what Hunter comes up with for this play. Ace is trying to hold him out, get the ball back before we go to the halftime. Hunter hands off. That's number 3.
Number 9.
Oh, number 9, excuse me.
Who I think
Isaac Klein.
that is, yep.
Klein, not much there. They bring him down for about a yard loss. 2nd and 11. Actually, they're going to say they're going to give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. So they'll move the ball a little bit, and it'll be 2nd and 10 now with just about 6 minutes to go, just about halfway through our second quarter here at Aces Field on this Friday night. Carson Hunter. Handoff. Again.
He is wrapped
Klein.
up.
But this time the Aces are waiting for him.
Figured that one out,
Yep.
I am afraid.
So the Aces have made the adjustments, and life's not so easy for Mr. Klein all of a sudden. 2nd carry and 2nd time he gets stopped for little or no gain.
And that will bring up a loss. That is 3rd and 11 now.
So a 3rd and long for the Knights. As the Crestview marching band starts making its way around the field to get lined up and ready to go for their halftime performance. Hunter, ball in the air, caught.
Number 14, he's going to be brought down. It looked like around the 19-yard line.
Yep, Sheets hung on to the ball this time. It'll move the
29.
chains. He took a bit of a shot, but the ball stayed firmly in his grasp all the way to the ground. So they'll put that right on the 30-yard line, and another 4 downs for the Knights. 5:04 to go before halftime.
Carson
Hunter.
takes the snap.
Oh,
It's going to be incomplete.
and that one, we'll see. Threw it towards the sideline, and not many, if any, receivers in the area. But 2nd down.
Going to call it an incomplete.
That was Gordon that got his hands on him for the Aces. And we're going to have another timeout. This one called by the Crestview Knights. They'll take their first timeout of the first half with 4:51 to go.
Coach Smith
Before
out onto
halftime.
the field has some
And
things
Coach-
he wants to say.
Well, I think he was wondering whether that might have been some type of intentional grounding, and I think the squeaky wheel's going to get the grease as they throw the flag.
Against Crestview, yep.
I was wondering about that because, like I said,
There was
he
no
was
one
still
in white there.
He was still in the pocket, and there was no receiver anywhere close. So when we come back into action, it looks like Crestview's going to get backed up a little bit, and it'll be lost at down too, I believe. So we'll see what the officials come up with when this timeout ends. Hey, I want to remind you that coming up Monday, it's the first day of school for Hicksville Exempted Village Schools. I mention that because, number one, as you make your way around and about on Monday morning on your way to work or whatever, be aware there's going to be kids waiting for buses, walking to school,
Might
maybe
have
riding
more
their
traffic
bikes.
than normal.
So, and of course, you have the parents who will be dropping their kids off and then in the afternoon picking them up. So just be aware of the increased traffic around the schools and that the kids will be out and about making their way to and from school starting on Monday.
And it looks like they are walking that back.
Yeah. And they'll take it all the way back to the 47, 48-yard line of the Aces.
Bring up 2nd and forever.
Yeah, 2nd and 30. And we have volleyball action, believe it or not, too, on the first day of school that we'll be covering for you from the red zone. And another timeout.
We didn't have enough players on the field.
So the Knights come out, and in view of the circumstances and trying to shift personnel around, they have to burn another timeout.
We didn't have enough people over
Yeah.
there. Enough players.
So I'm guessing that with the changing circumstances as a result of the penalty, the coach was probably wanting to change the play and shift personnel around a little bit. And maybe somebody on the sideline didn't hear that they needed to go in, or somebody thought that they should come out and they didn't need, whatever the case may be.
2nd game of the season. Sometimes timing is just something you got to work on.
So, and it was loss of down, too, because they are saying 3rd down now. My goodness, what was that? Something just went bang. Yeah. One of the bad things about having the headphones on is that sometimes they cancel out a lot of the noises, just the regular noises. So if something happens, it kind of catches you by surprise if you're not actually watching.
Can hear the bands
All
warming
right.
up.
3rd and 23. Here comes Carson Hunter. He's got his work cut out for him here. 4:51 to go in the half.
Drops
Hunter,
back.
pump
Gets it
fakes,
out.
gets the ball up. It could be
And
picked off. Oh. Grant Langham was cruising towards that ball, hoping to be able to pick it off. He just couldn't quite get there before it hit the turf. And that's going to bring up 4th down. And we'll see what the Knights are going to do here.
It looks like they're bringing out their special teams once more.
Yep, and a good job from the Hicksville defense, again, as they hold the Knights scoreless.
They have been playing tough all night.
And keep it just a 2-score game here as we near halftime. Punting unit out for the Knights.
Punt off.
Gets the ball up, and it's caught back at the 20-yard line. And back to about the 25, about a 5-yard return. And that was, I believe, Langham that made the catch. And about the 5-yard return. So the Aces will get the ball 1st and 10 from about their 25-yard line. This is the home opener for the Aces. After this, they're on the road for the next 2 weeks. Next week, the last non-conference game of the season will be played at Eden. And then for week number 4, the first GMC game will be on the road at Antwerp. Aces will be home the weekend after that as they'll host the Raiders of Wayne Trace.
That is always a fun game. The Raiders come up with a lot of energy.
Pitch back and a reverse the field. Trying to turn the corner. Little juke move and all of that. That's a lot. He probably ran about 40 yards sideways to go 2 yards ahead. But still, that was... Yep.
Positive yardage.
So at least they do get a couple yards out of it to bring up 2nd and 8. About 4 minutes to go before halftime clock rolling. Balzer gets the play from the sidelines.
Directing a little bit of traffic.
Split backs, or one back behind him. I think that's Green. Green will reposition himself now. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper for Balzer. This time Balzer finds a little space, gets himself some running room, and gets out to about the 39-yard line, and that should move the chains. 1st down, Aces.
We've got a Knight getting up a little bit slow here.
Yep. He's on his knee.
Number 2.
And that would be Hunter Jones, defensive back.
Working hard on that right knee.
Doc Haggerty out to take a quick look at him, and here come the
trainers
from
side.
Crestview. I don't know if he just got the wind knocked out of him, or I don't think he's cramped up, so I don't know, maybe he took a bit of a shot to the breadbasket or something, or maybe he's got a side stitch, but he's walking okay.
But favoring that right knee maybe just a little bit.
Yeah.
But he looks all right
so
now.
They'll bring him off. He has to come off for at least one play no matter what. 3:35 to go here, second quarter action. We're at Aces Field tonight, a beautiful Friday night. Week number 2 of the high school football season. Next to last night for the Defiance County Fair. The fair will wrap up tomorrow. So busy week. Hopefully you had a chance to get out and enjoy some of the fun at the fair sometime during the week. Once or twice maybe. We got the volleyball season underway with Swanton coming to town. We had their match on Tuesday of this week.
Exciting,
and like I said,
exciting.
we've got JV and varsity volleyball against Hilltop coming up on Monday.
Ooh.
Here on HIX-TV.
I'd say Charlie horses.
Might be.
No,
It's
that's what he's
it's
first.
kind of warm enough and everything else. It's
Charlie.
yep,
Yeah, early in the season.
So
We're
he
still
is
working on conditioning.
cramping up a little bit. So get him hydrated. Balzer over the top,
pass to
short
number
dump,
8.
caught.
Ooh,
He's got some
a
running
nice
room. This could
opening.
be some
There
trouble.
You go.
Turning on the Jets. He evades one, gets all the way to the 20-yard line before they take him out of bounds. Nice run from Brant Langham. Langham finally, one of the Aces running backs, gets a little daylight to work with, and he managed to shoot through that hole and into the backfield, and he motors all the way down to the 20-yard line. The longest run of the night for the Aces offense. And 1st and 10 now from the night's 20-yard line. The Aces knocking on the door of hitting into the red zone. Balzer, short snap, catches it, puts it in the air quickly, caught by Klima. Klima wrestling his way forward inside the 15 down to about the 13, 12-yard line. Strong catch and play.
Brings up second
Down and about two from the 11-yard line. Under 3 minutes to go. Aces again in the red zone for the first time tonight, knocking on the door and looking to have the Knights' advantage. Balzer's going to hang on to himself. Balzer angles over and he goes right into the teeth of the Crestview defense, and he'll be brought up. He got a little bit, and it'll be close to first down yardage, and it is going to be 1st and goal from just inside the 10-yard line, as Brody Balzer got just enough to move the chains, and the Aces 1st and goal for the first time tonight, seeing if they can punch their ticket and get into the end zone. They got held out until late in the 3rd quarter last week and only scored once. High snap, Balzer keeps the ball himself. Balzer powering forward, muscles down about to the 6-yard line. And Brody Balzer wasn't quarterback. By the time that the Aces finally scored, they had they had the JV quarterback in at that point. Because, again, they had the running clock for the second half of the Patrick Henry game.
Aces varsity do not want that to happen again.
No,
they are working hard to break that store on
At
ice.
this point, it looks like they are going to avoid having to worry about the running clock here tonight. 90 seconds to go before halftime. Balzer, another high snap, spins around, and they're waiting by the. This time he took too long. He had to reach up, catch the ball, bring it down, spun around, and by then they figured out what was going on, and they were right there waiting for him. 3rd and goal now. Ball stays at the 6-yard line. And a minute to go. We'll see if the Aces might take a timeout here, and that's exactly what they do. They needed it. So a good timeout called by the Aces with 59 seconds to go here. Hicksville trailing the Crestview Knights by 2 touchdowns. It's 14-0, but the Aces are driving hard. They've got a 3rd and goal with the ball on the 6-yard line. So they can take a couple cracks at it to get it into the end zone. And we'll see what Coach Smith and his brain trust come up with here when we come out of this timeout. Again, we'll keep the live stream going over halftime. We'll disconnect the headset microphones. And we will go to the onboard mics, bring you the halftime performances of the marching bands. And we'll be back, of course, with third quarter action for you here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Glad to have you with us. Hope you're enjoying the live coverage tonight from here at Aces Field. So here we go, 59 seconds, 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Green is the back next to Balzer.
Takes the snap.
Balzer puts the ball in the air, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down and goal from the 6. The Aces will have one more crack at it. Are they going to try to punch it into the end zone? They're going to maybe try to kick the field goal?
I was about to ask, do we have a designated kicker? Do we have a kicker on the roster? I know that our quarterback has been doing all... Okay, so we'll see if number 15, Oster Camacho, comes out or if we're playing for it.
Looks like they're going to go for the 6.
Which, more power to them.
4th and goal. It's either into the end zone or they have to turn the ball over on downs. Balzer, alley-oop pass, and no good. And a flag on the play, though. So it looks like they might get another shot at it. It might be defensive pass interference. Looked like number 3, Kevin Putman. So now we've got another flag thrown. So we'll wait and see how this gets sorted out here. 49 seconds to go before halftime. So they've got an unsportsmanlike conduct call against the Knights. And pass interference.
So we'll see how those stack up.
So half the distance to the goal would put it at the 3-yard line, but then half the distance to the goal after that puts it at the 1.5-yard line. Still 4th down, but now...
And it is indeed on the 1.5. It is...
Now they only got 4.5 feet to go to break the plane. So the Knights turn out to be their own worst enemy on that last exchange. And we've got a little kid running around in the end zone with a football, and that's why they stopped
that clock.
The play. They had a youngster that they were playing catch, and one of them batted the ball into the end zone, and they ran out on. So they got a kid running through the end zone carrying a football, which could cause some confusion. And then the coach pointing out too that it's a 1st and goal now because of the infraction. So 1st and goal from the 1-yard line for the Aces. 49 seconds, man in motion. Balzer heads towards the end zone and he's in. Brody Balzer, first varsity touchdown of the season for the Aces.
There we go, breaks the scoring ice.
Balzer takes it into the end zone from 1.5 yards out. And it's 14-6 as the Aces get ready for the conversion attempt. We'll see what they're going to do, if they're going to kick it or try to run it in and go up.
See how we set up. Either way, that Aces have effectively halved.
Aces down by 8 right now, looking to make it 6.
Set up, snaps Balzer.
Thrown, no good. Balzer threw the ball just a little bit low. Intended receiver was number 5, Steffel. And ball went into the turf right in front of him. So score remains 14-6. Still an 8-point lead for the Crestview Knights, but at least the Aces are on the board and back into this football game.
44 seconds remain on the play clock.
So we'll get ready to put the ball back into the hands of the Knights for 44 seconds worth of effort.
We'll get to see another Aces. We'll get to see an Aces kickoff, which we have not actually seen yet.
Well, the start of the game,
yes.
But yeah, that's basically it. This is the first time they only had one kickoff against Patrick Henry last week too. And we'll see whether it's going to be Camacho coming out or one of the other kickers. We'll see if it's going to be a squib kick. If they're going to put their foot into it. We'll have to wait and see. Who knows?
Yes.
Glad to have you with us here. What's turned out to be a pretty entertaining and exciting football game for week number 2. Like I said, we were hoping the Aces would bounce back after getting kind of shellacked by the Patrick Henry Patriots in week number 1, and it does look like they've got their feet under them a little bit better here tonight.
Yep, Aces are holding their own in this home opener. We'll see what they do here. Onside kick is kind of a Hicksville thing, but who knows?
And it looks like Balzer is going to be out there setting the tee. So Brody, looks like he might be handling the kickoff here. Aces with 1 timeout left. And Crestview can stop the clock a couple times here before halftime if they choose to do so. Knights come out onto the field. And we'll see just how Balzer's going to kick the football this time around. Klein and Putman, the 2 men back deep for the Knights. Balzer puts his foot into it. Caught short at the 35-yard line and working up ahead of steam across the 45 to about the 47. So good field position for the Knights to work with. 38 seconds left before halftime. It'll be 1st and 10 Crestview. We'll see what they come up with here. Aces don't get to let down their guard defensively just yet.
Nope, finish strong before they go back in for the half.
So 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line for the Crestview Knights. 38 seconds to go. Hunter, quick hitter out to the side.
Number 3
slips
makes
one
that
tackle,
corner.
slips another one. That was Putman.
Looks like he brought it out to around the
About
35.
the 37, 38-yard line. Looks like they're going to put it at 38. So Putman takes it down to the 38-yard line. That'll move the chains. 1st down, Crestview. And we know that, Hunter does have an arm on him, so he can launch it and move it down the field if he gets receivers open. And they got a good running game, too, so they're a threat.
They're going 4 wide.
Dropping back. Short pass
to
and off the hands of Klein. Klein looked a little tentative, like he wasn't really sure whether
it was supposed to be his
whether
or
Carson Hunter was going to throw it to him or not. It was probably an option for Hunter. If he had a man open down the field, he could air it out, or he could just sort of alley-oop it short to Klein.
26 seconds
Clock
remain
stops
on the clock.
with the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
And here come the Knights, ready to take another crack at it at 2nd down and 10. Carson Hunter. Dropping back again. He's got a man open. This could be trouble. He catches
caught
it,
it.
goes out of bounds. So he'll stop the clock after the reception, 17 seconds.
That was number 3.
A flag on the field. Putman caught the ball, and they flag on the field.
After the play, but we'll see.
So we'll wait for the official indication here. And it's going to be against the Aces, so it'll be half the distance to the goal line, which will set up a 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. So the Aces cut the lead to 8, but Crestview looks like they might be thinking of tacking another 6, 7, 8 points onto that. 12 seconds to go and timeout on the field from the Crestview Knights. They want to talk it over. They got a golden opportunity here, 12 seconds to work with. They want to see if they can punch it into the end zone before they head to the halftime locker room. Again, Crestview Knights marching band made the trip as well, and they'll be entertaining as part of the halftime show, followed by the Aces Pride marching band with their 2022 halftime show. And of course, we'll have the second half of play for you right here on Hicksville Community Television. As you mentioned, we'll be on the road the next couple of weeks. The Aces will against Eden and Antwerp. Back home after that for 1 week to host the Wayne Trace Raiders. And then the Aces will go on the road yet again and play at Ayersville. And then they'll wrap up the month.
Got knocked off by Delta last week and then surprise.
And then we'll wrap up the month of September with homecoming. And that'll be hosting the Paulding Panthers.
Panthers are new members of the GMC.
Yep, this is their first full year, I believe. They had a partial year with some sports last year.
Did they do football last year? Have we seen the Paulding Panthers yet?
I don't know. I'd have to go back. I blanked it all out.
All right. Well, we may see the Paulding Panthers for the first time in the GMC then.
I just reset. And there we go. Klein takes it down to the 1-yard line, and the Knights burn their last time out. So we'll have 6 seconds to go and a 1st and goal for the Crestview Knights. But they can't stop the clock, so if they have an incomplete pass, they might get to take a second shot at it. But
it is about the length of a football.
Yeah, I'm sure they're working on a way to just power that ball into the end zone and have that score 21-6 or maybe 22-6 going into the locker room.
Crestview back on the field now.
And the Aces defense squaring up as well. So we'll get ready to go here. Carson Hunter all alone in the backfield.
Man in motion.
Hunter powers it forward.
And it is good.
And we'll wait for the official word. The Knights say they got it.
The far end of the field said they did. We'll see what the white hat has to say.
And they put it on the scoreboard. So touchdown, Crestview. Carson Hunter powers it in from 1 yard out. No time left on the scoreboard, so they'll do the conversion attempt and head to the locker room. And we'll let you know what our halftime score is momentarily. Going to go for 2.
Carson
hands it off to Klein. Klein takes it in.
Through.
So Klein makes it 22-6. And that is our halftime score. We've reached intermission in this week number 2 high school football game. Coming to you live here on Hicksville Community Television on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. And at halftime, again, it's the visiting Crestview Knights 22 and the homestanding Aces 6. Big thank you to our two bronze-level underwriters making our coverage possible here tonight, and that's H&W Automotive, your Napa dealer located in downtown Hicksville, Ohio, and online at www.napaonline.com. Thanks also to the Hicksville Bank, member FDIC, your full-service bank in downtown Hicksville. They got branches too in Edgerton and Harlan and Auburn, I do believe. You can find out more at www.thb.bank. But a big thank you to both of our bronze-level underwriters for helping make our home opening coverage possible tonight here on HIX-TV.
Crestview Marching Band is setting up.
Yep, and we're going to take a break. We're going to keep the live stream going here, but we'll disconnect and go to the field microphones. But we invite you to stay tuned, enjoy the halftime show, and we will be back. We'll have all the exciting second half play-by-play coming your way right here on HIX-TV.
Good evening. The Crestview Music and Athletic Departments are proud to present your Crestview Marching Knights and their first show of the season, titled In the Wild. Please give a warm welcome to Senior Drum Majors, Kennedy Sites, and Early Sites in your Marching Knights. Let's kick things off with the Guns N' Roses classic, Welcome to the Jungle. Grab your towels and sunglasses and let's escape on a beach vacation with the Pina Colada song. Performed by the Electric Light Orchestra, let's keep those clouds away and close things out with Mr. Blue Sky. Austin Swander and Jordan Updegrove. Your 2022-23 drum majors are Kimberly Sykes and Kennedy Sykes.
Keep your seats, ladies and gentlemen, as the Aces Pride Marching Band presents their 2022 halftime show, Behind the Mask. Tonight, the masked marbles come out to play as the band presents the mysterious, heroic, and macabre music from a darkened theater. We begin our performance this evening at the Palais Garnier in Paris. A mysterious masked man haunts the building and his angel of music. The Phantom of the Opera is there, inside your mind. Surfaces, a special spider sense warns of incoming danger. Genius intellect, specializing in chemistry and invention, all describe our next masked marvel. It's the Spider-Man. The masked marble, whose voices the zodiac, is originally introduced as a ruthless vigilante, but evolved into a character with a stringent moral code and strong sense of justice. With no superpowers, this masked hero relies on his intellect, fighting skills, wealth, and self. Identity, it's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me. It's Batman. And cheers them on to victory!
Tackled by number 40, J.J. Avalos, and number 54, Nolan Metman.
Well,
Hopefully we are back with sound now.
we'll re-plug in the headset microphones. Yeah.
If you cannot hear us, please let us know.
Appreciate the heads up. We should be plugged in now and working. So we've got a 3rd and 10. Ball on the 26-yard line for the Crestview Knights. Ball in the air, caught.
Number 25 with that reception.
Mm-hmm. Klima got the tackle, but it'll bring up 4th down and 2 with the ball deep in Crestview Knight territory.
Crestview bringing on number 54, their punter. Let's see what they're going to do.
Well, they tried one fake punt, didn't work well. They haven't tried it since. That's a good one. Gets his leg into it, and that's going to roll way back, and it's going to die. I think it didn't even go out of bounds. It was at the the 16-yard line. What a punt. Went over the Aces' head longer than they were anticipating. So the Aces are going to get the ball back, but they're going to be deep in their end of the field. They're going to get a 1st and 10. They're going to say the ball officially, let's see where they place it. Now, the 16-yard line, they've got 17 on the scoreboard, but that's the 16-yard line where that ball is located with 5:45 to go in quarter number 3. And we've got the officials sending Crestview number 4, Isaiah Barton, to the sideline. They saw something. I don't know whether he's got some blood on his leg or knee or something ain't right, but whatever it was, the officials didn't like it and sent him to the sideline. So we'll reset and we'll get ready to go. High snap for the Aces. Balzer running for his life, and I think he's going to lose a yard. Balzer looks like he got brought down at about the 15-yard line, so that'll be a 1-yard loss and make it 2nd and 11. Balzer back up, working in the shotgun. Again, he's got 2 wide receivers out on either side of the line. George Green, the back behind him. Balzer rolling out, looking downfield, unloads, and it'll be short and incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Didn't have enough on that ball as it fell short of his intended receiver, and I think he was trying to get it to Brant Langham. So Balzer with a 3rd and 11 deep in his own end of the field. He really needs to get himself some breathing room. If they do have to punt, they'd like to have a few more yards behind him. Thrown out to the near side, caught. I believe that was Graber that made the grab. Graber gets taken down and a flag is thrown at the end of the play. And it looks like that's going to be on Crestview. So Graber was brought down well short of the first down marker, but it's going to be a personal foul, and it's going to be a helmet-to-helmet contact. Sort of the high school version of the targeting call.
That is going to bring a first down.
The young man getting a talking to, who committed that infraction, being spoken to by the referee. So that'll make it an automatic first down for the Aces. Move the ball out to the 33-yard line and get the Aces 4 more downs to work with, just what the doctor ordered. So Graber with a new lease on life, or excuse me, Balzer with a new lease on life. There we go. Quick handoff to Green. Green, nothing doing. They were waiting for him.
They wrapped him up, yep.
Green tried to maybe fool him and think that he wasn't going to try to go straight up the gut, right through the middle of the line, but they didn't bite. Nothing opened up for him, and he gets taken down after maybe a yard gain. Make it 2nd and 9. Ball out to the 34-yard line. Just past it, actually. But not quite to the 35.
Nope, knows that football is on the hash.
Balzer takes the snap. Balzer spin move, handoff. Green diving forward, positive yardage out to about the 42, maybe the 43-yard line. Or excuse me, the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. Call it the 37. Brings up 3rd down. And about 7 yards to go. Clock continuing to roll, closing in on 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Balzer. Oh, he gets popped. The ball pops loose, and the Knights say they got it. Man, Balzer took a shot.
That was a rough-looking hit.
Wow. You could hear that from up here. You could see his head snap back. He got popped. They'll probably want to check him over just to make sure when he gets to the sideline after taking a blow like that. And they are going to say it was a fumble lost, so the Knights will take over 1st and 10 on the Aces 38-yard line with 3 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Sticking with the junior quarterback, number 10, Levi Grace. Grace looking things over, gets the snap, turns around, hands it off.
Number 9
Klein
turns the corner.
Yep, Isaac Klein. Klein gets about 5, maybe 6 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down. We'll call it 2nd and, looks like 2nd and about 6. 2nd and 7.
They're saying 6
2nd
on the board.
and 6.
There we go.
Yep, there we go. They still have it as 4th down, I think, so.
That's okay. The dial it down's right.
We'll get it figured out here. 2nd down for the Crestview Knights. 6 yards to go. Man in motion, number 5. Again, handoff.
Number 9.
To Klein. Yeah, Isaac Klein finds a seam, and he'll carry it past the marker and move the chains. They'll stop the clock long enough to reset, and there we go. Langham got him, and he made the stop, but not until after Klein had racked up another 1st down tonight. He's been a workhorse out on the field for Crestview this evening.
Yep, player to watch out for if you're down Convoy way. Snap. Quarterback keeper this time.
Yeah.
Flag on the play. Ooh.
And blow the whistle, and again, it was Grace keeping the football. His forward progress is marked at the 25, maybe the 24-yard line. But it's going to be a hold, and if the flag is at the spot of the foul, it's going to move it back to about the 36-yard line. It'll still be first down, but tack on about 10 more yards to go here. Yep, they'll move it back to the 36-yard line. It'll be first and long. Minute 27 to go here in our third quarter. And they'll start the clock back up now that they got everything reset. Clock begins to roll again, and here come the Knights. Aces defense looking to hold them one more time. Grace rolling out, gets a block. Grace caught. Ball caught by Penix. Penix.
Forward progress takes us about to the first down marker.
Yeah, he gets close to the original line of scrimmage before he gets corralled and rode out of bounds. Penix looks like he might have picked up 8 or 9. We'll see where they mark him. Well, they're going to say it's second down now and about 12, maybe 13, second and 12. So pickup of about 8 for Penix on the catch and run. Clock still rolling. He must have stayed in bounds. Under 20 seconds.
Man in motion.
Grace keeps it himself again. Grace looking for a hole. Grace turns
found
around
it.
the corner. Grace steps out of bounds at about the 16, 17-yard line along the sideline, it looks like. That'll stop the clock. 10 seconds to go and get the Knights at least one more play before this third quarter clock expires. They're going to mark him out at the 14-yard line, where it'll be first and 10 for the Knights. So once again, Crestview in the red zone on the Aces. Right now up by 16, looking to add to that. Grace.
Drops back.
Again hits Penix. Penix, not much there. He looks like he gets some positive yardage, but that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. So Penix gets him a few yards, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. And after 3 quarters of action, it's the visiting Crestview Knights leading the Hicksville Aces 22-6 as nobody scores in quarter number 3. We'll get ready for the fourth and final quarter. We've got a little time here. We want to say another big thank you to another one of our diamond level underwriters, covering all of our sports, or underwriting all of our sports coverage here on Hicksville Community Television. That's the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, if you're in the market for a vehicle, brand spanking new pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, check out the selection they have on the lots. You can check out the entire dealer inventory anytime online at jimschmidtauto.com. They'd love to be able to help you out. Remember, it's all about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. This is 13 years now, Jim Schmidt has been with us underwriting all of our Aces Sports coverage. We cannot thank them enough. Remember, whenever you see Aces Sports action on HIX-TV, they're the ones that help make it possible. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. I want to thank them, our bronze level underwriters, H&W Automotive, the Hicksville Bank, our other diamond level underwriters, APT Manufacturing Solutions, the Hicksville Pharmacy, and of course ARC Solutions Incorporated, our platinum level underwriting sponsor here on Hicksville Community Television. All right, flip to the other end of the field. It's second down. And looks like about 7 to go. Ball on the 14-yard line. Quick handoff. That's going to be trouble.
No.
And into the end zone he goes. Once again, number 9, Isaac Klein. Klein shuffles in from about 13, 14 yards out into the end zone.
Through.
To make it a 28-6 game and put the Knights up now by 22. Looks like they might be lining up for a kick to make it a 23-point game. Snap, down, kick
Number
up.
88.
That one looks
and
pretty
that
good.
One's good.
And that is good. They really muffed it in the first quarter when they tried it. But this is a much better looking kick. He was kicking on the other end of the field, so maybe he kicks better from one direction than the other. I don't know.
Sun's not in his eyes anymore.
So with the successful extra point conversion, it's now a 23-point advantage for the Crestview Knights as they lead the Aces 29-6 with 11 minutes and 55 seconds to go here in quarter number 4. So the Knights will go huddle up and the Aces will get ready to get back on offense. They've got a lot of work to do to get themselves back into this football game. Week number 2, non-conference. Of course, the first 3 games that the Aces play every season are
Always
non-conference. Their first GMC opponent will come about in week number 4, and that'll be the Antwerp Archers.
Their first home game in the GMC will be 2 weeks
The following week.
Against the Wayne Trace Raiders.
Yep. And as we mentioned, the first day of school is Monday for Hicksville Exempted Village Schools. And I think they got the big assembly on Friday of next week when they will take the 3rd graders as well as any new students into the district and any new instructors in the district. Any new teaching staff will get sorted into their houses on Friday morning. All right, here we go. Knight's getting ready to kick it off. Puts his foot into it. It's a good kick. Comes back, caught. About the 20-yard line out to the 30. Still on his feet. Balls are battling out to about the 39-yard line. Brody Balzer with a nice return as he gets the Aces in pretty decent field position at about the 39-yard line. Clock will stop, 11:49 to go. And the Aces will get ready to get on offense. They might even give them the 40-yard line. They're going to put the ball right on the 40-yard line, okay. So Balzer, again, a good run back. And the Aces first and 10 from their own 40-yard line to start this offensive series. Balzer again working out of the shotgun. Green going back behind him. Balzer dropping back. Nothing there.
Tucks.
Pump fake, and he's going to have to tuck it in and try to get what he can, and it's going to be a loss of about 4 yards, about the 36. The Knights got to give their defense, they do not give you a lot of time to get yourself set and get the ball in the air. They've been doing a really good job covering the receivers. Balzer, again, can't find anybody. Now he's going to air it out. Klima caught it. What a catch by Aaron Klima.
And there is a flag on the field right around the 31-yard line.
Yep, a flag on the play. Klima makes the grab. And we'll see what the flag is going to be. And like I said, if it's against, they may just decline this penalty and take the yardage and take the play.
We are moving the chains now.
Yep, they'll bring it. The chain game was probably waiting to see whether it was against Crestview or Hicksville before because they had a long way to go. They would hate to.
It was against Crestview. It was declined.
And it'll move it ahead down to the 15-yard line. So So it was one of those fouls that gets tacked on regardless. So great field position now. Balls are dropping back again. Ball in the air, and again,
long.
Klima was sort of open, but Brody may have had a little bit too much on that ball as it sailed out of the. It was past the back line of the end zone. It was, even if it had been caught, it would have been out of bounds.
A little bit hot.
So Brody Balzer unloads one. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line for the Aces. Down 29-6. Balzer taking off on the run. Balzer gets the ball away and incomplete. He was getting corralled and he unloaded it. And he's lucky that that was one of those kind of passes that could be a really bad thing if the defenders get too close. It didn't have a lot on it, but not intercepted. Instead, it falls harmlessly to the turf. Clock stops at 10:55. And we'll reset for 3rd down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Balzer again rolling out. Setting. And that's off the hands of Klima. And that'll bring up 4th down. So it's decision time for the Aces. Do they go for it on 4th down? Do they maybe think about getting 3? It's 4-down territory. There's no doubt about it. They're going to go for points here. So it looks like, yeah, they're going to take another crack at it from out at the 15-yard line. They can get a 1st down by getting inside the 5. And that, I think, is going to be 5 yards courtesy of Mr. Klima. He jumps, and so 4th and 10 on the 15 becomes 4th and 15 on the 20. So their Aces are still going to line up and go for it. See what they can come up with here. Balzer dropping back. Balzer. Ball in the air. There is nobody there.
Oh.
And he goes down.
51. 54.
54 clutching his ankle as he gets up. That's
Says
Nolan Methvin.
Says he hit his head too, so we'll keep an eye on him.
So Methvin will head to the sideline as the Aces turn it over on downs. Crestview will get the ball back 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line when play resumes. Crestview's not wasting any time. They get their offense out on the field. And here comes the Aces defensive squad. Coach Smith shouting out instructions to the very last second. Play will come in from the sideline for the Knights. 10:40 to go, and we'll get ready to get back in action here. So here come the Knights. And they call timeout.
Okay. So everyone's going to take some time to think about it.
So Crestview waits to see just what the defense looks like for the Aces, and they'll call their first timeout here of the second half with 10 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Knights up 29-6. You're watching Aces football action live on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. On Hicksville Community Television, Bill Murphy, along with Amy and Kate Murphy. Glad to have you with us tonight. We're having fun. Kind of like a family fun night.
Yeah. Coach Smith has some things to say tonight.
We're saying we have fun. Amy's kind of looking at me like, there's nothing fun about this. Aces are losing. There's nothing fun about this. Glad to have you with us, though, as, again, got the high school football campaign underway. We were here a couple weeks ago for a scrimmage matchup against Delta. But it's just not the same as playing the games for real. Great halftime shows by both the bands here tonight, the
Marching Knights
Matching Band
and the Aces Pride.
Yep. Good job all the way around.
An excellent announcer for the Aces Pride.
Yeah, well, they pay him a lot. All right. Ready to get back into the football action. Again, number 10, the quarterback, he's the sophomore, Levi Grace. He came in at halftime, replacing senior quarterback Carson Hunter, who we think might have some issues with one of his, either his leg or his ankle or something. So he got a half in. And Grace keeps the ball and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. They're going to actually say he lost. They're going to say he didn't really lose a yard. He lost about a
Football's
foot,
length.
but with the way that they do the stats, that's a yard. I mean, nice setting once again. Handoff.
Number 9.
And that's Klein.
And he gets wrapped up pretty good.
And Klein turns his legs, maybe picks up a yard or so. He gets across the 20-yard line to maybe the 21. Well, just to the 20, so it'll be 3rd and 10. But they're keeping it on the ground, and they're taking their time, and they're burning off clock. So it's not entirely a bad thing from Crestview's standpoint. I mean, the longer that they stay out there, they can take their time and just roll that clock down. Keep it on the ground. Keep that clock rolling. Every second that ticks off is 1 second that the Aces don't have to work with when they get back on offense. 23-point differential, not enough to worry about the running clock.
Handoff
Quick
to
handoff,
number
he's still on his
5.
feet. And that's number 5, that's Bryson Panix.
Aces do push him out of bounds. Clock stops at 8:51.
Excuse me, Penix, I'm sorry, Bryson Penix. He goes out of bounds, stops the clock with 8:51 and brings up a 4th and 5. So the punting unit will come on for Crestview, and Brody Balzer's going to drop back with hopes of being able to make a catch and get a good return and put the Aces back in business here, or at least get him in a position to be able to draw a little closer on the scoreboard here. Long snap. Ball in the air, and again, that's a live ball.
Bouncing. Flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play, or was that the possession marker?
That was a flag.
Ball is recovered by Crestview.
Someone.
Crestview is saying we got the ball because it did go off of the receiver from Hicksville.
It looked like as they were peeling people off, there was a white jersey on top.
Yeah. So like I said, as soon as it went through his hands, that was a live ball, and it was in whoever got it got possession.
Maybe that was.
And it's going to be the Crestview Knights. They're moving the chains down, and Crestview recovers the fumble kickoff return. 1st and 10 on the Aces 32-yard line. Ouch. So back in business, back on offense. Not much of a rest for the Knights. Grace gets the snap, quick handoff. That's Klein. Klein
keeps going.
Boom, and they finally
forward.
Finally get him down at about the 10-yard line, but another explosive run from Klein does its fair share of damage to the Aces. So Klein puts the big hurt on him again, and then they're doing some substituting. They stop the clock briefly, move the chains. It'll be 1st and goal just inside the 10-yard line. Grace. Again, he's going to hand it off to
38.
That's 38.
He finds a nice seam, and
he's still on his feet. He's brought up shy of the goal line. That's Braxton Leith, number 32. And he takes it down to make it 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Aces starting to looking a little bit tired. This happens early on in the season for these little teams. It can be tough when you're playing both ways.
Under 8 minutes to go. 7:59 and counting. And again, like I said, the Knights can afford to take their time, use that play clock to their advantage. They're up by 23 right now.
Setting it up for Grace.
And
Ooh.
Grace drops the ball, picks it up, takes off, and he'll be brought down. That'll make it a 3rd and goal. He loses a couple, and they bring him down on the 5-yard line. So 3rd and goal from the 5 now for the Knights. 4-down territory, no doubt about it, so they'll be able to take a couple cracks at it and in the process burn off a lot more time on the clock if they want.
Carson coming back out. Excuse me, that is number 11, not number 1.
I think we might have seen the last of Mr. Hunter for this evening. Yep.
Would think so. I read that jersey wrong.
Yeah. Let him continue recovering. Grace hands it off again.
Scrum.
And they're moving it forward and into the end
good.
zone he goes. Again, that was big number 32, Braxton Leaf. And he just sort of like moves the whole pile. Little rugby action out there as they go into the end zone to go up now by 29, 35-6.
Setting up for number 88 on the kick again.
Yeah, he belted it off of the Quonset hut roof on the last kick.
Oh.
And he's going to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing there. So bad snap results in a failed conversion attempt, and with 6:44 to go in the 4th quarter, it's the Crestview Knights now leading the Aces 35-6. Again, next week, Aces on the road for week number 3. They've got a date with the Eden Bombers. We're hoping to be able to be along with them. Still waiting to hear back from the Eden AD. But hopefully we can get that worked out and be able to make the road trip to Antwerp as well. And we're hoping, again, to be able to bring you live stream coverage of both those games. Of course, that's all dependent upon whether the school that we visit wishes to allow us to do that or not. And if that ever comes about, it happened one time last year where we are not allowed to live stream from one of the away games. We'll still plan on being there, and
tape delay.
We'll tape delay the game. Well, we're hoping to get as much live stream coverage as possible as we can for you for the football season. So the Knights are going to get ready to kick it off.
Set back up one more time.
Again, up by 29 points. Another score, and I think they might institute the running clock, but another unanswered score by Crestview, I think. We'll see. Another good kick.
Ooh.
Caught by Balzer back at the 15-yard line. Brody just takes off up the field, across the 30, brought down probably about 33, 34-yard line. Looks like it's going to be the 34-yard line where the Aces will set up shop. So the Aces will get back on offense. "66 yards away from pay dirt."
We'll set back up.
1st and 10 on the 34-yard line of Hicksville. Officials blow the whistle. That means, yep, they break the huddle. Aces still have their full complement of timeouts to use if they need them here in the second half. Balzer, hard-working young man tonight. Snap, Brody rolling out. Reverses field, catch, nice.
Number 8, ooh, he finds a nice seam.
Good catch by Langham. Langham will get out to about the 47-yard line before they bring him down.
Goes down to a pile of white jerseys. They're still peeling them back up.
Yep, they'll stop the clock long enough to move the chains. First down for the Aces. And they'll start it back up again. Knights set their defense. Balzer again, quick hitter. Again, caught by Langham.
Finds the hole
Langham
again.
finds another hole, and again, he's going to get corralled and brought down, but not before he gets to about the 34-yard line. Another first down for the Aces. And again, that'll stop the clock briefly while they move the chains. Allow the Aces to get set. They're sort of in a hurry up here. They're not huddling up. The chain gang's going to have to move a little faster to keep up with the Hicksville Aces. Balzer gets the snap. Balzer fakes, unloads, and the receivers, I think, cut the wrong way. They went left instead of right, or right instead of left. And
nothing doing.
that one drops into an empty spot in the field. Incomplete. Clock stops, 5:51 to go, and makes it 2nd and 10 for the Aces at the 34-yard line of the Crestview Knights. Balzer, high snap, controls it. Quick throw, caught. Langham gets collared, and that'll be a horse collar tackle. No doubt about it. Horse collar tackle is around his neck and drags him down, so Langham will get some yards tacked on to the end of that catch.
He's doing all right, gets right back up.
Yep. So the ball was at the 26. And that'll take it down. That'll be
the 16. No?
You know, to like looks like about the 13-yard line. So it'll be a first. Oh, they're going to say he grabbed the face mask. Okay, so it's a 15-yard face mask and not the horse collar, but either way, opportunity, and that's going to be another flag in the end zone. And we'll see where this one shakes down, whether it's offensive or defensive pass interference. And it's going to be against the Knights. Crestview coaches next door. Weren't
Having
you happy
some feelings about that.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of new Knights coming on.
Let's just say they disagree with what the referees said.
Vehemently.
And timeout on the field. So the Aces are going to talk about this one. I think they are. They aren't showing a timeout. They aren't ticking a timeout off of the scoreboard. Somebody called timeout, but I'm not sure who. Either that or this is an official timeout as they try to decipher and determine what they're going to do. The Crestview coach is out speaking with the officials. Obviously, he disagrees with the call. He's saying that his player was just trying to, has the right to try to get that football, the same as the offensive receiver. And now Coach Smith is making his way out onto the field. And he'll head back towards the sideline, so we'll see what's going to happen here. So both teams sort of benefiting. They both got a free timeout there, it looks like. Like I said, unless somebody called timeout, they forgot to take it off the scoreboard. 1st and 10 for the Aces. Ball, 1st and goal rather, ball on the 6-yard line.
High snap.
And that's Langham angling into the end zone.
And they're going to say it's just a little bit short.
So 2nd and goal coming up. As they are 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Now the Crestview Knights have called a timeout. 5:17 to go. We'll hope the battery holds out on the iPad. So again, we want to say, we'll take some time now, so if we have to do a quick post game. Again, we want to say a big thank you to all of our underwriters making our coverage possible from Aces Field here this evening. Our platinum level underwriter, ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio. Our diamond level underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, and the Hicksville Pharmacy in downtown Hicksville, Ohio. And our bronze level supporters, the Hicksville Bank member FDIC and H&W Automotive Parts, your Napa dealer in downtown Hicksville. Trying to power it in and nothing doing. They tried to do the rugby scrum and carry the ball in with the force of sheer momentum, but they were not able to do so, so that's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. 35-6, the Aces hoping to whittle that down, and they are going even farther back. And the Knights are saying the ball was fumbled and they recovered. The officials disagree.
Maybe not thinking so.
So it'll bring up 4th and goal, and they were inside the 1, and now they're back at about the 2.5-yard line. As the Knights, I guess, just must have the size or the mass advantage and been able to push them back instead of the Aces pushing them.
Their D-line is held pretty well.
Handoff, and it's going to be brought down, and
they're going to say he broke the plane.
There we go. That's about as close as you can get. So the Aces managed to break the plane with the football and put 6 more on the board. They still trail, but the score now 35-12 with 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go. Aces are going to go for 2 here. Try to make it a 3-touchdown game. And they aren't going to do it.
Nope.
2-point conversion fails as... Is that Langham that got the carry?
Yep.
He gets brought down back around the 10-yard line, and that's all she wrote for that. So the score remains 35-12, a 23-point advantage for the Crestview Knights. 4:03 to go, and the Aces will get ready to kick the ball back to the Crestview Knights. Might see one of those squib kicks coming up, I'm thinking. I've been wrong before, but
this feels
this
like
might be
an opportune time for that onside kick.
The time to roll the dice and see what happens. Yep. So we'll get ready to kick the ball off. So we'll get ready to tee it up for the Aces. Here comes the kick from Balzer. And it is a low roller, and they're just going to fall on it. About 4 Crestview Knights fall on it just to make sure. So they'll have the ball at about the 40, 41-yard line. when they go back on offense with 4:01 to go in this contest. I think we'll see Crestview, if possible, just try to keep this ball on the ground, get that clock rolling and keep it rolling, and try to just sort of march it up the field. You might be seeing a few more carries from Mr. Klein. And this one is
30.
Spieth, I believe.
Yep, 32 is Leaf. Yep.
Yeah, Leith, I'm sorry. I say Spieth, I'm sorry. Leith will get him a couple of yards and start that clock rolling. So 2nd and 8 for the Knights.
Man in motion.
Klein.
Back to Leaf.
Yep, Leith. Leith finds a
Makes
good
that
hole.
corner.
That's what they didn't want to have happen.
And he just keeps
Leith
going.
still on his feet.
There you go. And he's going to go.
Leith into the end zone.
Yep.
And I don't see any yellow laundry on the field.
No.
Leith.
We have the official. It is good.
Leith scampers it in. A 58-yard run into the end zone. Touchdown. Crestview, and they go up now 41-12. Go for the extra point here to make it a 30-point game.
Number 88 setting up again.
That's Parat. Parat
And
hooks
it is
up,
good.
and it's good. 42-12. It's a 30-point game. Aces behind the 8 ball now, as it looks pretty certain that they're going to start the season off 0-2, and then have to deal with Eden next week. So the Knights will get ready to kick off once again, and the Aces will get ready to get the ball back. They'll have about 3 minutes, maybe a little under, after the kickoff return to work with. And all 3 of their timeouts, if they need them. Aces were holding their own for the first half of this game, and not too bad actually through the third quarter. But yeah, they've late third quarter, and then, like I said, the scoring barrage really began here in quarter number 4. Aces managed to get a second touchdown in themselves, but again, a couple unanswered from Crestview's resulted again in this 30-point differential. Here come the Knights. Teeing it up and get ready to kick. Brody Balzer again back deep for the Aces.
Credit where credit's due. That kid has been a workhorse tonight.
Yep. And he said he had a rough first game against Patrick Henry. Just about anything that could go wrong did go wrong for Brody Balzer in that game. He's played a lot better tonight. Hasn't had any interceptions or anything. So it's a short hopper, and it'll be caught at about the 35-yard line. And swarmed under. Forward progress maybe out to about the 42. We'll see where the officials mark it. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. But again, that short kick in the run back and then the scrum or whatever managed to burn off about 20 seconds. Which again, Crestview is doing what they can to
Play it out.
Run that clock down. We must have the continuous clock. Yep. They've started it up. So 30-point differential means the running clock. That makes it even tougher for the Aces. Here they come. It's like we're going to have a new quarterback.
Number
34, Cross Zedike.
That is a high snap.
Zedike.
Keeping it.
Wasn't much else he could do. You don't have a lot of options
when the ball comes up 2 foot above your head.
Yeah, when you got to jump up as high as you can and raise your hands up to be able to catch the snap. So no gain on the play, 2nd and 10. As the last minute 45 seconds are going to run out pretty quickly here. And the Aces are going to fall to 0-2 early on in this 2022 football season. Not the start that they were hoping for, but still a lot of games, a lot of football yet to come. Another really high snap.
Holds on to it again.
Spin move brought down at about the 41-yard line.
It's like a loss of 2.
It's all packed up waiting for some Wi-Fi.
What?
Brian is all packed up waiting on Chris with Wi-Fi. Brian, yes, back.
Time.
Amy was just telling me something about our other crew out at the Defiance County Fairgrounds, and I could only partially hear it. And she said something about Wi-Fi, and I started to panic, like say, "Oh, there's something wrong with our Wi-Fi."
No.
But
they were just letting us know that the Demolition Derby is finished.
I popped my headphones off, and
oh, we got a flag on that.
So, and the running clock means that the clock continues to run during the officiation of the infraction. 42-12, again a 30-point lead. Running clock as the final seconds of this football game are ticking away. Cross Zedike tosses the ball back.
Number 40.
And that is Jesus Avalos.
Yeah.
And that'll do it. Avalos loses a few yards on the carry, and the clock expires. And week number 2 is in the books, and it's an 0-2 start for the Hicksville Aces as they fall to the visiting Crestview Knights. 42-12, the final score. They'll head out on the 50-yard line to congratulate each other, and we'll get ready to wrap things up ourselves here this evening. Hey, I do want to say another big thank you to all of our underwriters making our coverage possible here tonight. They include our platinum level underwriter, our good friends at ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, Denny Vetter and Company, located on Hicksville's Industrial Drive. I want to thank them so very much. You can check them out online at www.arcsolinc.com. Thanks also to all of our diamond level underwriters making our coverage possible. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, located in the heart of downtown Hicksville. APT Manufacturing Solutions in Hicksville's Industrial Park and online at aptmfg.com/careers. And the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. And our 2 bronze level underwriters with us for the home opener. Thanks all so much to H&W Automotive Parts, your Napa dealer in downtown Hicksville, and the Hicksville Bank in the heart of downtown Hicksville, with branches in Edgerton, Harlan, and Auburn, Indiana as well, and online at www.thb.bank. Thanks to all of them. Also, big thank you to Mr. Haught and Overmeyer, the ADs here at Hicksville, and the Hicksville Athletic Department for, again, giving us the space here in the press box and allowing us to live stream the action. Thank them so very much, and thanks to all of you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the live coverage tonight here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. So with that, we're going to wrap it up. Don't forget, we've got volleyball action coming your way on the HIX-TV Facebook page Monday starting at 5:30 p.m. as the Lady Aces host Hilltop. And, of course, we'll fill you in on our live update Wednesday afternoon at 4 about what's going on with the Eden game. Hopefully we'll have heard and we'll have everything worked out well by then. But we'll plan on week number 3 at Eden, and hopefully the Aces bouncing back during that game. So with that, again, final score one last time tonight. It's the Crestview Knights knocking off the Aces tonight, 42-12, the final score for Amy Murphy operating the iPad Pro camera. Kate Murphy helping me out with the color commentary. I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, wishing all of you a good night and good sports.